Dun 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 dun. Bonanza. We are picking in Virginia City, Nevada. There is so much amazing history here. I can't wait to bring some of it home with us.
And while we're here, we're going to have an old fashioned Virginia City lunch.
Ooh, sounds good. Okay, so saddle up because you're going to go right along with us. All you have to do is join the journey.
Yeehaw.
I'm Harleen, and along with my husband Gary and our son Will, we are a family of pickers. We travel the world finding treasures to bring to you. Along the way, we have great adventures. Come along with us. Join the journey on Picker Road.
There is so much beauty as you travel across the state of Nevada, from the deserts in the south to the mountains in the north. As we approach Virginia City, you look out on this incredible vista, and you can only imagine what it was like to go up here in covered wagons in the 1860s. This is truly the days of the Ponderosa. We're climbing higher and higher up the mountain as we enter Virginia City. Virginia City has so much history. This, in many ways, is kind of where the state of Nevada started. So, the Comstock lode was one of the largest silver mine finds in history. When they discovered it was here, President Abraham Lincoln fast tracked Nevada as a state. This is the area that paid for the Civil War. The silver they mined out of here was sent to a very small little community in California called San Francisco, which eventually became a pretty big city because of it. So, this town is the reason why the North won the Civil War. Fast forward about 100 years, television series comes on called Bonanza. Bonanza, starring Lorne Greene. Amazing series. It ran for 14 years on television and was the launching point for a lot of major celebrities. This town is so rich with history. We are going to go grab a bite to eat, and then we're going picking. Before we get picking, we're going to have lunch at the Palace, right in the heart of the main street of Virginia City. This has been here since the 19th century, and look at it. It is right out of the Old West. They have a famous wall that is covered in dollar bills from people who have visited from all over the world. I took a minute and I wrote a little message from Rhodey on this one, and I posted it on the wall. Hey, if you ever visit Virginia City, go to that wall and see if you can find the Picker Road dollar. Aw, Rhodey approves of our message. Now it's time for a bite to eat, and then we are going picking. Let's start at an antique mall right on the edge of town. All right, we are at an antique mall, and look at this place. This is so rustic and fun. There could be so many treasures inside.
I'm really excited. I like when we find these standalone places.
Wow, this place is huge, and there is so much to look at in here. I am so excited. We're going to go into this little room here first.
This looks really good to me.
Oh, look at all these little teapots.
I know.
You've had ones like these.
I have.
With the cats on them.
Oh, they're really cute.
Look at that. How much is that?
30 on
That's
that
that's
one.
about what you had for yours.
But look at this one. Look at the bird. Isn't that sweet?
Oh,
Little bird on there.
very nice.
Those are metal. And these are
Those are ceramic?
kind of more of a porcelain, but they are very, very sweet. I'm going to think about those.
Oh, step back a little bit and look at these.
What
Look
do
at
you
the
see?
black and white tuxedo cat
Oh.
tea set. That's the sugar, creamer, and the teapot. Isn't that adorable?
They went 75 for that.
It's so cute.
Very, very cute. And I'm looking at, look at that. That's a little fairy lamp,
Is
I
that a
believe.
fairy light?
But does it glow?
Well, let's see. I got my black light here. It does not.
It does not glow.
I do see some uranium glass behind us, though. We're going to look at
Okay.
that in a minute.
I just want to, can you get in these? This looks like this is open.
I think it is.
That one's not, though. I
Let's
want to look in there.
see.
Oh, look at these mugs. They are very funny. Huh. You've got all sorts of little cast irons. Let's open this.
Yeah, let's take a look.
There. And look at this old depression glass.
Yeah.
Isn't that beautiful?
Uh-huh.
Really nice. All right, let's... Oh, I like this cat here. Did you look at him? How much is he?
I'm guessing somewhere around 30.
He is. He's 30 also.
Very nice.
Like him.
All right, take a look at the uranium glass over here. What do we have?
Oh, wow. We have some candlesticks.
Looks like 30 for the set.
Yes, those glasses are very thin.
Uh-huh.
I think I'd be a little worried with those.
Look at the scroll work
I
on
know,
that.
that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Really, it's a silver overlay.
Uh-huh.
And they want 35 on that. That's pretty kind of close to what we could ask for Gary's glow glass fund.
And then up here, I see a little crackle. Just check that. There's no amberina in that.
How about the screen over here? I don't think that does.
No.
You know, they would have it in there.
Yes. This dealer obviously knows their uranium glass.
Very much so.
All right, shall we keep looking?
I just want to look at the milk glass for a moment.
Ah, what do you have?
Milk glass is so popular these days, and they have a little swung for 14. Little swung milk glass vase. I think we're going to pick this up.
That's very nice. Hey, look up there. Do you
What do
see
you
that
see?
ruffled one? That
Yes.
looks like it's from the same series as that incredible flower one that you have that you found up in San Francisco.
Oh, yes.
That's on pickerroad.com right now.
It is. Look at this teapot. Is that it's a musical teapot with a ballerina.
You pick it up and it starts playing.
That's very nice. And let's not ignore down below here. What do we have?
There's a lot down there.
I know.
Looks like the top of a metal hen-on nest.
Possibly.
Huh.
Let's keep going over here and to see what else is down there. Looking, and I wanted to look here. Oh, yes.
Yep.
These pieces are
What are you
always
seeing?
nice.
Oh. That looks almost like Maxfield
35.
Parrish in the background.
Yes, I see what you mean. 35 for that pair. We have this, looks like we have a little Fenton shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And, okay.
Look at the sewing machine.
Let's look at the jewelry in here. I would be remiss if I didn't check that out.
What are you seeing?
I am looking little lighters, always popular, and some earrings. All right, well, I'm going to hand Gary our beautiful little swung Fenton vase, and we'll keep on going. There is a very full booth here.
Ooh. What are you seeing?
I want to look in the cabinet first.
Oh, what do you got? It is locked, so we could have them open it if we need to.
Look at that pendant there. That is
Yeah.
quite amazing. They're saying it is $925.
Mexico stone and it's $925.
Look at this lantern. I'm not quite sure how old it is. It is a, what does it say? It is a candleless hanging lantern for $50.
That's very cool.
It is.
Works with
Batteries.
batteries. Oh, gotcha.
There you go.
Look at all these salt and peppers here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always looking for really different ones.
I know. So much to look at. Look at these baskets over here. That little basket. Look how finely that is woven.
That looks like it could hold
$20.
water.
Hand woven trinket basket.
Hmm.
That's very finely woven.
Now, I am pretty sure this is Lennox over here.
Where?
I'm going to take a look at these. So that is $10. And that is old Lennox. It's got the blue on it.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a once over on that. Make sure everything looks good. Is that just smudge?
Yep.
Yeah, for the old blue logo Lennox. I'm definitely picking that up for $10.
That's beautiful.
And then this one here, let's see. See, that's much more recent. And then how much is
12.
that? That's 12. I'm going to go ahead and pass on that. And then
How much was this one?
that's
10?
10.
Nice.
And then this is Lennox Opal Innocence. And
15.
that one's 15. I
Mm-hmm.
really like the one that I found there
I do
first.
too. Look at that.
That's beautiful. And I've had that design before. That's one of their timeless ones. They still produce that to this day, but that's an old logo. So I'm going to definitely pick that up. Look at that.
I'm trying to see what it is. This is a nice paperweight, but it is not signed. And it's got a couple of little chips, so I'm going to pass on that. Can you just look up here and look how
I know.
much there is to look? There's so much.
Imagine if you had an old light and you needed one of the globes for it. This is the perfect place to come to. You can find one that would match it or maybe redesign it.
Exactly.
Oh, look at this magic lantern.
That's amazing.
Now-
Tell me about it.
So the magic lantern is one of the earliest forms of modern photography projection. You could buy one of these. I believe they sold them in the Sears catalog.
Seriously.
And then you could buy plates, and it would be like plates of famous figures like Abraham Lincoln or Queen Victoria, and you would insert them in there, and you could this was either before electricity, you would use a flame, or after electricity, you'd have an early Edison bulb in there, and it would project the image outward of the person. So you could buy a set of them that were maybe the sights of Europe. This was one of the earliest ways that you started to teach people things without books.
So they get outside of their cities.
Exactly.
Where they are. And when you say plate, you don't mean like a china plate. You mean like a photographic
Like
plate.
a glass photographic plate.
Exactly.
That would be basically just the black parts of the image, and then the rest was clear. It's just really a wonderful old look into history and how people used to be able to see the greater world.
That's wonderful.
All right, let's keep going.
Let's do it.
Well, I love this. We went all the way to northern Nevada to find stuff from home. This is a Las Vegas Hilton ashtray from around the Elvis era when he was performing there. And then this is a golden nugget from downtown Vegas. They're asking $5.50 and $6.50 for the two of them. I had one of these like 2 weeks ago that I found in Vegas. I put it in Antique Alley, and it sold literally while I was putting it on the shelf. I'm laying it out on the shelf. Somebody walked up, took it out of my hand, and said, I want that. So these are always a really good buy. I'm going to get both of these.
Great. They have a great back room here labeled antiques. Okay. Always a good idea.
Oh, hello.
Hello there. Look at what we have. We have antique lighting, it looks
See
like.
that cloisonne back there?
I do.
Looks like they're asking $40 for it.
I have some gorgeous cloisonne vases.
Oh, it's open.
Oh, it's part of a lamp. It's a lamp then. And look at these wall sconces. Looks like they need some repair. But it's worth looking. Look at these old. These are like from you would take out on the trail when you're chuck wagon herding your cattle. Look at all these old bottles.
It's a little piece of green. Nope.
No?
Wait, what's that? Oh, no, I think that's just...
Maybe it's what was in it.
Right.
If it was a pharmaceutical one. Look at all these old pans.
I know. This is so great. All right, let's keep looking. All right. Anybody from my generation or earlier who remembers these from school? The teacher would wheel it out, and then they would project on there, and you could copy off of it. You could do like stenciling and everything. Those are such a memory of the past for me. Wow.
They really are.
Leave it in the comments if you remember these projectors from school.
Put it with a 16 millimeter movie projector, and I was the guy that ran them.
Aww. Look at the jewelry in here.
Hello. What do you see in there?
Oh, some nice pieces. Look at that cameo up there. She's pretty.
You've been doing quite well with cameos lately.
That is for sure. She's very pretty. What do we have?
Look at all these salt and peppers.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the walruses. Cuckoo cachoo. Let's see how much those are. $8.95 for the pair. Those are pretty funny.
They are. They're very cute.
You know what I need?
Mm-hmm.
I need some hedgehog salt and peppers.
We are always looking for hedgehogs. Can look really well.
I'm looking.
They love hedgehogs.
Well, and the lady who owns
them.
this store was saying that there's another booth that has a lot of them in it, so we haven't even gotten there yet.
Okay. What do we have here? We have a lot of old bottles.
Uh-huh.
Oh, look. Is this truly a flower frog?
It's a flower frog.
And vintage porcelain flower frog, and he is 1750. Well, he's not marked. He's kind of a mold, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's pretty much on the mark there. And here's one for $8 and $8 for that. I wish they were colored.
Yeah.
If they were colored, I would be getting those. Let's see what else that one is. How much is that big one back there? 15. Little card holder. This is a weight.
Oh, yes.
You would hold that up, put something heavy on it, and it weighs it.
Very good.
And let's see what else. We have some milk glass lights up there.
I like that stagecoach lamp back there.
Where I don't see. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a very specific style. Look how this vendor has displayed their wares. That is a single bed spring out of a mattress, I believe.
That is really something.
I know. It's one way to do it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Look at these big eyes here. These are Margaret Keane prints.
They are.
And they are $2.25 for the pair. We were talking about Margaret Keane when we were up in San Francisco.
Yes, of course.
What are you seeing down here?
I'm seeing what this little piece is here. Just a very pretty little piece of blue glass. And that is $24.50. Yeah, it's a nice little piece. Very pretty. What is this here? Oh, it's a heart-shaped bird box. Limoges. Oh, $14. Limoges.
There's the mark.
It
the fleur de
is.
lis.
It is marked. That's very, very beautiful. And what else? What is in there? Can you see anything?
Looks like some Disney stuff and some figurines. I'm guessing those are Japan back there,
Mm-hmm.
post-war.
Look at the Indian motorcycle.
Oh, that's great.
Can you see how much that is?
It looks like $28.50, so I'm guessing it's a recent repop.
Absolutely. It would be a repop. And look at the Superman comic.
Yep.
That's absolutely a repop also.
All right, shall
All
we
right.
keep looking?
Yeah. We have some kitchenware in here. Now those, I don't think those are Fiesta. I think they're Bauer. Could you check?
Let's see. Bauer, USA.
All right.
Very nice.
Just a little different than Fiesta.
Yes. But I love the colors of them.
Yes.
What's this here? These are from Harold's Club in Reno.
Okay. So that's that restaurant wear. You can feel how thick it is.
Very heavy.
Always extremely popular.
All right, let's go over this way.
What are you seeing? Look at this box.
Figurines, what do you have there?
$52 for this box. Lovely. Look at her.
Mm-hmm.
That's transferware.
Yes, indeed.
And
Let's see, look at all these little tiny figurines
how
over here.
long it must have taken to collect that many pieces.
These are all salt and peppers.
Are they really?
Wow.
And what is this? This is green plastic, but it's an S&P and there's only one.
Oh, it's a singleton.
That ashtray.
That's very cool.
Art Deco.
Love that. They're asking $100 for it.
Yeah, very Art
Let
Deco.
me back up this way. Oh, hey, we've had these before. These are those
Yes.
Christmas lights.
Yes.
Those are 1960s.
Mm-hmm.
And what do we have here?
It looks like they're,
Oh, they're from the Philippines.
I think they are horn.
Wow.
Okay, shall we move on?
Sure thing. Wow, look at that.
This is signed Merry Christmas from Johnny Cash and June Carter Cash.
That's very cool. And
200.
And then over here for $175, look at this collection from Eisenhower and Nixon's inaugural. It's not only the programs and the invitation, but look at that ticket. I have never seen one of these before. That is a preferred standing room east side of the Capitol for the Senate side. So this could have very well have been a senator's collection.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. They're asking $175 on that.
I saw this vase. It's beautiful. It's so Art Nouveau. Look at this. It's got all the elements that you would see in Tiffany's work.
Uh-huh.
It is Art Nouveau Majolica, an Ewer vase. That's absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous piece. They won $39 for that. It's a very, very beautiful piece, though. Lots and lots of pretty pieces up here. Now down here, I notice I see some tumble ups.
Oh, now they're behind the glass, so show me.
I'm going to bring this out. This is a Royal Danube Romanian crystal
Oh, wow.
tumble up.
I like the painting on that.
Uh-huh. That's very pretty. Let me put that over to the side for a minute.
Okay.
And let's see if I can get the other one out. The other one's pretty also. And this one comes apart.
Oh, look at that.
And the painting's not quite as nice. Do you notice the difference?
I do. I see that.
Yeah. Not quite as nice. This is lovely, but at 24, it's a little bit high. I would have to wait on that one. And I think we're good.
Well, this is Dr. Doolittle's corner here.
I did. I found all these cats. Look at this.
Oh,
I've never seen this.
that's very cute.
Isn't she's wonderful?
Love her.
And look at her.
Oh, look at that face.
Look at those faces.
That's so great.
These are definitely hand to Gary.
All right.
Well, I can't have all cats. Look at this great dog. Look at his face.
A boof.
Look at how beautifully his eyes are painted. He is marked, and he was from 1953. He's very vintage ceramic. I love him.
That's so great. I'm going to take him up.
Okay.
Oh, look at this. There's so many rustic treasures in here. Very nice Western motif. What is this down here with the state of Nevada on it? Let's see.
Is that a kind of a paperweight?
It's a lucite paperweight with the seal of the state of Nevada.
And the shape is in the shape of Nevada.
That's so cool. You know, years and years ago, long before we had the channel, you found a ashtray that actually belonged to Senator McCarran, who, of course, the airport was named after for about 50, 60 years.
Yes.
That was a real treasure. You found that in a estate sale in Las Vegas.
I did.
Yeah. Wow.
Lots of treasures here.
There's so much. Look over here at these old lanterns.
And these are condiments. When you find these that glow, that's when you're really cooking with gas.
And then come around here and look at these badges.
Oh, wow. When we had our friend
Mark Hall Patton,
he's
one of the great experts in history from the state of Nevada. He collects those.
And he's a museumologist.
Yes, indeed.
He has curated museums all over the world. He was such a joy to have on.
So many treasures. Let's keep looking. All right.
Wow.
We are at the Virginia City Antique Mall.
Ooh.
I am so excited to go in and check this out.
It says it's the right stuff.
Hey.
Lots of stuff. Stuff upon stuff. Ooh, look at the Route 66 bottle opener.
That's very cool.
That's cool.
All bottle openers are $12.50 each.
Very cool.
I think he'll unscrew it for us if we want to buy one.
Well, they'll probably have them inside.
All right, let's go in.
Let's look. So many collectibles. I'm going to just move this over a little bit. I see that's an otter, right?
Oh, you ought to know.
2 otters. And I just wanted to look at the seal. Look at the face on this one.
Oh, show me.
Isn't that cute?
That's adorable.
$9.50. It's really sweet. Now they're saying that this is all occupied Japan. Probably these pieces right here. That seal is adorable.
It is. What else are you seeing?
I'm looking at this set here. That's beautiful. Tim, look behind you now.
Oh, coming back.
You can do it. Look at all these pieces.
Absolutely.
You mentioned, look at that dragonware barrel.
That is a barrel with a spigot on it, and they won $45.50 for that.
That is great. Really, really super piece.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the different little figurines.
Oh, look at this glass
Carving.
up here.
Let me see. That's pretty.
I just want to check on this one. I can't see the price on it. Is that $40?
It looks like it.
Now, it's an Amberina handle, but at $40, that's obviously above retail.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're looking for some really vintage cartoon character glasses.
Yes.
You're pretty well set there. Look at that.
A lot of pop culture here. And then look at
Mhm.
these. We've talked about these before. The Jim Beam decanters, the donkey and the elephant.
Oh, there they are, complete.
Yeah. What else are you seeing?
Just all sorts of older pieces. This is all made out of, it looks like bone.
Wow.
Or actually, I'm sorry, not bone.
Horn?
Horn.
There you
Thank
go.
you. $65 on
And look
that.
at that calendar there. That's from the Nevada Lodge, the Nevada Club, and that is, I'm trying to see, Reno, 1968.
Wow. That's an oldie.
Which bottles? Those?
Look at all the old bottles. Wow. This is called Dusty Rusty Gold.
Absolutely.
All right, let's keep going over here. Well, in here, they have some very vintage glassware.
Checking. Now, I know they have uranium glass up front, so we're going to be looking at that in a little bit. What
And
are you
over
seeing
here,
in here?
you have these blown glass clowns. I don't believe they are. Well, that one actually over there says Murano. So it just might be. And down here, you have even more. And look at that piece back there. It looks too big to be a salt. Maybe that would be for flour. And this is, I'm sure, a little coffee grinder.
150 for that.
Down here we have all sorts of like kitchenware.
It's such an eclectic mix because you've got antiques, and then out of nowhere you have Halle Berry in a James Bond film.
Yeah, really. Okay, Die Another Day.
Yep, that was Pierce Brosnan's last one.
Was it? Okay. What do we have here? We have like a little dresser box. It's very Revolutionary War looking.
Yeah.
However, they're playing golf.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm guessing maybe Scotland.
Maybe. And look up here. What are they? All sorts of cookie jars.
Oh yeah, look at those.
Oh, those are, boy, if you were trying to add to your collection, that might just do it, huh?
Hey, remember when we were picking in San Diego?
Of course, and we have stayed. That is the Hotel del Coronado, of course, on Coronado Island.
World famous for being featured in Some Like It Hot with Marilyn Monroe.
That's where they filmed it. And it actually is a really gorgeous hotel. We've had a lot of fun going there over the years.
It was also L. Frank Baum's inspiration for the Emerald City in The Wizard of Oz.
Yes. And for my Somewhere in Time fans out there, Richard Matheson, who of course wrote Somewhere in Time, the actual name of the novel was Bid Time Return. He wrote some of it while staying at the Hotel del Coronado, and originally he had set the movie to be filmed there. However, they found out that there was just too many planes and too much modern structures around, so they had to move film location to my Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. So the Hotel del Coronado plays a great part in our lives. We've loved going there. We have tons and tons of all sorts of salt and peppers. We have all sorts of, it looks like pop culture items mixed in with antiques and tiki mugs.
Look at this tiki mug. I actually really like that one.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
Here.
Love those.
There's a Fenton hat there.
Right, there you go, buttons and bows. All right, let's keep looking. They have so many little treasures in these cases here.
That looks like Belique there.
That is Belique. And you have a little Limoges box.
There's some Wades.
Yes, right there. You got Wade. And look at all these little tiny, can you see those little silver bears?
Are those bears?
Yes, aren't
Wow.
they precious? Look over there. You have a little dog with his leg up in the air, scratching his ear. He's quite cute. And over here, we have all sorts of other things. We have, oh, look at the little sleeping cat.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's cute. You have a little glass bulldog. Some Chinese ware. And over here, oh, look at that egg with, it looks like it has irises on it. That's quite beautiful. I think we can open this.
Oh,
this one's open.
Very nice.
Ooh, what a treat. Let me look at this egg. Oh, isn't that pretty? With irises on it. That's beautiful, isn't it?
It is.
I think I'm going to get this.
Very nice.
Absolutely beautiful. These eggs are pretty too, but this one is gorgeous.
What about those penguins there?
He's
He's got
funny.
a top hat.
He's so funny.
Does he have any kind of name on him or anything?
Let's see.
Japan.
He's made in Japan.
I had a feeling.
Yes. Look at the little tiny, can you get up there and see the little tiny pots?
Right.
Little pot. It is signed $29. Sometimes those small ones can be just as expensive as big ones. Look at this fellow. He looks like a puppy.
Woof.
Woof. He's very sweet. And you have all sorts of little dogs back there.
Mm-hmm.
And what else do we have? We have little Dios de los Muertos. And oh, look at the little Cupid. Now, is this a Cupid? Do you know how to tell a real Cupid?
Is this like a blue ribbon on the back or
Blue
wings?
wings.
There we go.
$45 on that one. Because he's saying, or she's saying, Aaron Gobra.
There we go.
Little St. Patrick's Day, a little after the fact. Well, that's a fun little case. And look at all these salts.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on Picker Road right now, we have a whole collection of true antique salts.
Mm.
Check it out if you like these. They can be used for other things too. Very cool. We have another mixture here of modern and older pieces.
Mm-hmm. Does this section ring your bell?
These are older pieces. That's an older piece. Look at her. She's a belle, and she is California Creations by Bradley.
Bradley, okay.
Mm-hmm. And got some candlesticks and all sorts of things. And down here looks like some more Japan ware. And that's a modern music box. And that goes up there. They should be together. I don't want to move all this glass around though, so I am going to refrain from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty little vase, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And look at the size of this piece of candy.
Oh my.
I have sold a lot of Murano candy that looks like this. This is a paperweight,
Mm-hmm.
and they went $19.50 for that. Pretty much right on the money since it's not Murano. Oh, look at all the cups over here, Will.
Oh, hello. Is that? I see. Mackinac City.
Just talking about Mackinac Island.
Mm-hmm.
It follows us.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, look
Well,
at this teapot.
When you travel as much as we do, he's a hoot.
He's a hoot.
When you travel as much as we do, you encounter things that you recognize from those travels all the time.
Exactly. What did you find?
Well, I found a whole bunch of Reno, Tahoe, and Vegas ashtrays. I went through a lot of them. There's
Mhm.
a lot of ones here that I have encountered and already had. Look at this one. This is Bally's from Reno, Las Vegas, Atlantic City. Bally's is no longer there. It's now the Horseshoe, and they're only asking $5 for that. So I'm going to definitely pick that up, take that back. It's going back home to Vegas. We're going to put it in Antique Alley in my little Vegas corner, and I'm sure somebody's going to pick that up.
I love it.
I think this is funny. Do you see this?
Earthquake in a can.
California canned earthquake.
Oof. And do you remember these? Well, I'm asking, did I ever get you any of these?
I think David had those.
David had them. They're a little bit before your time.
Uh-huh.
When I was little, I used to have similar ones. This is a newer one, but they were always used to be fun.
Yeah.
She could make them do silly things.
He's dancing.
So in this case here, I found an Artesania rinconada.
That's a lion.
It's a lion.
In the city, Virginia City, the lion come home with us.
Caw, caw. They have a great deal of glow glass, but everything is really high-end pricing. So all we can do is admire
I'm looking at this one. Is that custard?
and learn.
That's custard. I want to see how much that is.
The Fenton one.
Uh-huh. Very slowly.
And
Do you see a
this
price?
sign, no, it's a holiday one. Yes,
It's there.
45.
45.
All right, it's a holiday one too.
Mm-hmm.
So And what is that little, just a little ashtray, I think.
Uh-huh.
All right. Why don't we check out with our treasures and move on?
There we go.
What a beautiful piece of carnival glass.
Look at that.
Let's pick that up and look.
Is that the zodiac signs? No, it's...
No, I think it's more of a oriental design.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 95.
Look at all these really old bottles up here.
Oh, yes. Very
then-
nice.
Coming on down here. What else do we see?
Oh, look at the spurs.
Uh-huh.
We had those great spurs in the Picker Road Boutique.
Oh, there's
Oh,
Fenton.
here's some Fenton.
Never takes long to find
35.
Fenton, right?
Never. It's pretty prevalent.
Oh, I love
What do you see?
the Scotty trinket dish. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. I've had that.
Yeah, he's so cute.
I have had that piece. And little soap dishes.
Uh-huh.
Very cool. And look at the little inkwell. Vintage inkwell. Put your ink, it's missing the glass piece.
Hmm.
Put your ink in there. That's a pretty one.
Mm-hmm.
Very pretty. Oh, the hummingbird.
You look at that. I'm looking at these little lanterns and lamps.
Look up here.
Yeah, the originals. There you go.
Look at these. They are
Color on them.
so amazing.
You see
Really
that,
good.
Stained glass back there with the bird on it.
That is really pretty. Is that glass or it's plastic?
Oh, okay.
It's plastic.
Gotcha. Always looking for those Glass Masters ones.
Yes, look at the little condiment.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the spool. These are the
Hey.
industrial spools.
Yeah.
We have sold these.
Mm-hmm.
I've sold many of those.
Is that slack glass?
Yes, I believe so. Carved. And look at this little piece. That's pretty. And little toothpick holder.
Mm-hmm.
They went 30 for that. Oh, look at that. Quite interesting. Little salt and peppers. Certainly a lot to look at. Look at the Fenton cranberry.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty.
Who's that? Jack in the Pulpit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the old projector.
That is a Revere.
And it looks like there's a film reel in there, too.
What's it say?
I think it's an Island of Mystery, Swiss Family Robinson.
Oh.
Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Walt Disney's original Swiss Family Robinson on Super 8. Love that.
Oh my goodness. Look at this egg.
Oh, that's so funny with the family.
I love it. Look how beautifully. Oh, it's got a history. Happy Easter, 1969.
Wow. Would you ever think that that's 55 years old?
No. Oh, I love it. I think we have to have it. We're going to do a spring show
Absolutely.
very soon. And I think that's perfect.
I just want to look at this teapot here. Is this that Beatrix Potter series? It is not.
No.
Okay. But that egg is phenomenal.
Well, I love that it has a history and it was painted in 1969.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. Very, very cool.
This town has so much history. You can just feel it with every step that you take. So one of my favorite stories about Virginia City is that in the 19th century, there was a young newspaper man working here, and he wasn't sure about his life. He was struggling to find his place. And Virginia City, he was the editor of the newspaper here, and he decided to leave this place and become an author. His name was Samuel Clemens, and you know him as Mark Twain. We're going to actually go into the Mark Twain Casino, and we're going to play some games. It is absolutely amazing to think that these are the same buildings that Mark Twain would hang out in 170 years ago. Wow. Hey, there's nothing like getting a little slot play in when you're in Nevada, right? Well, after a truly wonderful day of picking, food, fun, and history, we are topping it off with some fresh ice cream. Yum! Look at that. Wow. Hey, while we enjoy our delicious Virginia City ice cream, let's recap our finds from today's really fun day of picking. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you always know when an episode premieres. Also, please check out pickerroad.com, where you can purchase many of the fun items we've found on our adventures. And don't forget, you can now support my father Gary on his quest to get a muscle car using nothing but flowy glass. Lastly, please leave a comment. We read all of them, and we love interacting with you because we always want you to join the journey.